There are people in this world who never ask for attention. Yet somehow, attention finds them. People who do nothing but breathe kindly, speak gently, live quietly, but still become targets of jealousy they never earned. This is the story of a girl named Amara Lane. A girl so genuinely beautiful, inside and out, that her own friends began to hate her. Not because she wronged them, but because every time life offered admiration, it chose her, and not them. But what happens when kindness becomes a threat? When beauty becomes a burden? What happens when the very people you trust turn into the ones who hurt you the most? Tonight, we find out. Welcome to Rosefield, a small town wrapped in sunshine, gossip, and secrets. A town where everybody knew everything, and where a single rumor could travel faster than the school bell. Amara Lane lived here, quietly, peacefully, believing the world was kinder than it actually was. She had no enemies, she trusted everyone, and she belonged to a circle of girls she called friends, Laura, Sophie, and Megan. But sometimes, the biggest storms begin with the people closest to you. Amara was beautiful, but not the loud, showy kind. Her beauty whispered, it didn't shout. Warm brown eyes, a soft, gentle laugh, a presence that made people feel safe. And maybe, that was the problem. Because people admired her without her trying. Teachers trusted her, strangers smiled at her, boys respected her, and her friends, they noticed. Whenever they walked together, heads turned, but the eyes always landed on Amara first. Whenever new students joined the school, they might greet the group. But soon, conversations drifted toward her, naturally, unintentionally. Amara never bragged, never posed, never competed, but jealousy doesn't need a reason. It only needs a trigger. Laura, Sophie, Megan, they weren't cruel girls, not at first. They laughed with Amara, shared secrets, did homework together, ate together, took photos together. But slowly, something silent began to grow inside them. A bitterness, a question, a wound. Why her? Why not us? Every compliment Amara received felt like an insult to them. Every time someone chose her, they felt rejected. Yes, she's pretty, but why is she everyone's favorite? I'm tired of standing next to her like a background prop. She always gets attention without trying, it's annoying. They said these things to each other, never to Amara's face. Behind their smiles, resentment was sharpening its claws. The breaking point came on a warm Saturday afternoon. The four girls met at their favorite cafe, a place filled with soft music and lemon-scented air. They laughed, chatted, scrolled through their phones, until Daniel, the cafe's new waiter, walked to their table. He smiled politely. Can I get you anything else? He spoke to the group, but his eyes accidentally lingered on Amara for half a second longer than normal. Just half a second, but jealousy does not measure time. It measures insecurity. When Daniel walked away, Laura's fake smile shattered. Do you ever stop? She snapped. Amara looked confused. Stop what? Sophie leaned in, eyes burning, pretending to be innocent. You love it, don't you? Megan added. Every boy who walks near us chooses you. Amara's voice trembled. I don't even talk to most of them. I never. Don't lie. Laura hissed. We're tired of being invisible next to you. Those words cut deeper than they knew. Invisible. Next to her. Amara realized in one painful moment that her friends hadn't been her friends in a long time. They were her competitors, in a competition she never signed up for. The next day, everything changed. In the school hallway, the girls walked past Amara without a glance. No hi, no smile, no explanation. Her group chats went silent. Their lunch table didn't have space. They took pictures without her. But that was just the beginning. Whispers started. It always starts with one whisper. She thinks she's better than everyone. She flirts with guys just to feel special. She pretends to be innocent but she's fake. Lies. All lies. But in Rosefield, lies travel faster than truth. And soon, people believed them. Amara walked through the school like a ghost, seen but misunderstood, noticed but unloved. Yet she refused to fight back. Not because she was weak, but because she was tired. Tired of being hated for being herself. Tired of defending things she never did. She kept her head down. Even when classmates pulled away. Even when teachers looked confused. Even when she ate lunch alone in the corner like a shadow. Some days, she wondered. Why is kindness punished? Why is beauty treated like a crime? Why does silence get twisted into arrogance? But she kept going. Quiet strength is still strength. Behind the library stood an old oak tree, huge, calm, ancient. It became Amara's refuge, and one afternoon, someone else sat down beside her. A boy she had never met. Evan, a transfer student who didn't know the rumors. "You look like someone who could use a friend," he said gently. Amara looked at him, surprised. Most people avoided her now. Why didn't he? Because Evan didn't care about gossip. He cared about actions, and Amara's actions, her kindness, her silence, her gentleness, spoke louder than any rumor. They talked, they laughed, they shared stories of family, fears, dreams. For the first time in months, Amara felt seen. Not for her face, not for her beauty, but for her soul, and the more Evan stood by her, the more others in school began to see the truth. The rumors never matched who she truly was. One by one, people realized. Amara was never the problem. Jealousy was. People started talking again, not whispers of hate, but whispers of regret. "I think we were wrong about her. She's actually really sweet." Those girls exaggerated. Even teachers began noticing the pattern. Then came the unexpected twist. Lara, Sophie, and Megan, once proud of making Amara small, now watched as she slowly regained her place in the world. Not through revenge, not through drama, but through grace, through staying true to her character. Their jealousy had isolated her, but it also exposed their own insecurities. People started distancing themselves from them, not Amara. Because truth eventually speaks, even when quiet. Amara didn't win. This was never a battle. She simply lived, and the world finally saw her heart clearly. Not a threat, not a rival, not a girl who stole attention, but a girl who remained kind, even when kindness wasn't returned. A girl who stayed gentle, even when the world tried to harden her. A girl who learned that people will hate you for reasons that exist only in their imagination. But your worth is not up for debate. It will always rise, quietly, gently, inevitably, to the surface. Amara didn't need revenge. She didn't need applause. She didn't need to compete. Because at the end of the day, real beauty doesn't demand attention. It radiates. And true character doesn't shout. It endures.